what happens when you bring the crowd with you. This is my favorite time of the year. As a full-time fitness model, it's my off season, so I can just let myself go. I've been kind of on a budget lately. I had to switch to Hydrox, so I blew a Hydrox cookie off the toilet. It's not the same. You really want to go for the good stuff, the Oreos. But it was all right. I get advice on how to lose weight all the time. It's usually by another fat guy eating a 2-foot-long sub, going, yeah, you gotta do this, and you do this, you'll lose some weight. And I was thinking, well, those that can't do are teachers, right? So I'm like, well, does that work? Because I can't run a mile, but I can't tell you how to take time off of yours, so. The other day I was doing a charity event, and we forgot dessert, so they sent me to an orchard to buy pies. So I walk in, I grab a carriage, and I'm loading it up with pies. I have like 12 pies. And this lady looks at me, and with disgust, she's like, ah. I'm like, really? You really think I'm going to eat 12 pies? 10 maybe, but like 12 is just pushing it. So I decided to fuck with her a little. I walked by her, I was like, huh, I hope this gets me through the Sex and the City marathon tonight, because I'm such a Samantha. You ever watching one of those commercials on TV for like a restaurant, and they have like, the steak on the sizzly plate? The sizzly plate that like bring it over to you, and they're like, don't burn yourself, it's hot, because I couldn't tell because of the noise it was making. And you're just like, oh my god, that looks so good. Oh, talk dirty. And then they bring this chocolate cake dessert up, and she sticks a fork in it, and a muddy shot of chocolateness comes out, and you're just like, oh my god. And the commercial ends, and you realize your hand's down your pants, you got a semi going on, so you're like, fuck. So you turn on the Food Network, hoping that whore Rachel Ray's making some type of truffle so you can finish yourself off. That happen to anyone else? I guess I'm by myself. You ever been driving up into a Dunkin' Donuts and there's a trash can, and you think, how much can I get out of my car to clean it up without holding up traffic too much? It's like a fucking Chinese fire drill. And you pull up and the trash can's out of your phone, you get pissed off because someone stole your idea. But you still try to shove that one cup in there and make it balance for 3 seconds, because if it stays there for 3 seconds, you're not the litterer. It's their fault for not emptying the goddamn trash. I'm a security guard, and I know that's kind of sad and pathetic. It's kind of depressing too, mainly because I have no lack of, sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. Like, ma'am, sir, what do you do for a living?
Work in a factory.
Work in a factory. End of the day, you got a product made. Looks good. Sir, what do you do? Jay, that's you. That's you, sir.
He's a cop.
He's a cop. At the end of the day, he ruined someone's life. At the end of the day, do what I have.
Oh my god.
Nothing. Nothing happened. That's right. The perfect day as a security guard is nothing. And it's very depressing to think of. I like to say I also wasn't always a security guard. I had a short stint in porn. I know what you're thinking, and it's true. Production and sales and distribution. I worked in the back of the store, near the jerk-off booths and the glory holes, where the salt of the earth is from. I don't get glory holes, because I like to get my rocks off just as much as the next guy, but I never saw a hole in the wall and been like, I think I want to stick my cock in that. Talk about reckless abandonment for something you very much value in your life. Like, here's a dark hole, I'm just going to hope for the best. I'm going to stick it in there, maybe something good will happen. If not, just fucking kill me. I found out at work the other day I don't react well to people with deformities. Apparently there's a guy that has one of those freaky glass eyes that look like milk, and no one told me. So I walked in the locker room. I go, hey, I'm Mike, how's it going? He turned around, I went, ah! Which apparently is the wrong reaction. When I thought about it, I do that all the time. Meet a guy with a hook hand, ah! See a midget, I'm like, ah, jump, play. So, getting older, I'm finding out I'm a disappointment to my mother. She gives me the guilt trips. I guess I'm not having any more grandkids, Mike. I guess, 5's it, no more. I was like, Jesus Christ, Mom. I thought I was being responsible. I guess I should have been knocking up random girls all through high school, but, I decided, I went with anal, nature's birth control, and I thought I was being responsible, but I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm not picky when it comes to girls. I have 3 requirements. Hot, alcoholic, low self-esteem. Is that too much to ask for? I realized the other day that I spend too much time at strip clubs. And you may be asking yourself, how do you know you spend too much time at strip clubs? Is it when you walk in and the bouncer's like, hey Mike, nice to see you again? No, that's not it. Is it when you go in, the gorgeous waitress is like, the usual? Yes, I will have that. No, that's not it either. It's when you sit down and the strippers are bored and they come over and you start talking to them like they're actual human beings, that you realize, man, I come to strip clubs way too much. That, and when they're comfortable enough to fart in front of you. I'll tell you, nothing ruins the fantasy than when a girl that just grinded on your crotch rips one right in front of you. So, big things coming up. I'm starting a weight loss journey. Apparently someone told me I needed it. And they always ask you to reflect on how you got to where you are. And I can trace it back to this commercial when I was a kid. Remember this? It was a Twinkies commercial. And it was like a swimming pool that was a giant Twinkie. And kids are swimming in it. And it kind of gave me a little hard on. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking magical. And instead, I started pondering if it was possible. I know zoning would be difficult, but I'm like, you could probably pull it off. Then I was like, no one can swim in my Twinkie pool, because what if someone peed in it and ruined it? And I just picture, floating around, eating all the cream I wanted. It was magical. And I'm like, that's not very practical. And then I grew up, and I found out the competitive world of cheeseburgers. Like, you get a cheeseburger that's sandwiched between 2 donuts. Right? If that's not your thing, a cheeseburger that's on 2 grilled cheese as buns. Or you could eat a 100-ounce steak, and if you finish it, your picture goes up on the wall with pride. Man, this country, we're screwed. When I was a kid, they had that cereal, Kix. Kid tested, mom approved. Bullshit. Who didn't want Cocoa Pebbles? It turned the milk into chocolate milk. I'm 30, I still love chocolate milk. You know what fairs you can get deep fried butter? Deep fried, I just came. I don't think you realize that. Deep fried butter. With that, I'm gonna bring Robin back up here.